Smiles for Jesus. House in peace. And in those times there was no peace to him who went out nor to him who came in, but great and vexing afflictions and disturbances were upon all the inhabitants of the countries. Then Micaiah said, I did see all Israel scattered upon the mountains as sheep that have no shepherd, and the Lord said, These have no master. Let each return to his house in peace. Also the burnt offerings were in abundance, with the fat of the peace offerings, and the drink offerings for every burnt offering. So the service of the Lord's house was set in order. Hezekiah spoke encouragingly to all the Levites who had good understanding in the Lord's work. So the people ate the 7-day appointed feast, offering peace offerings, making confession, and giving thanks to the Lord, the God of their fathers. For Mordecai the Jew was next to King Ahasuerus and great among the Jews, and was a favorite with the multitude of his brethren, for he sought the welfare of his people and spoke peace to his whole race. Acquaint now yourself with him, agree with God, and show yourself to be conformed to his will, and be at peace, by that you shall prosper and great good shall come to you. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and give ear to my cry, hold not your peace at my tears. For I am your passing guest, a temporary resident, as all my fathers were. Let their own table with all its abundance and luxury become a snare to them, and when they are secure in peace or at their sacrificial feasts, let it become a trap to them. As for such as turn aside to their crooked ways of indifference to God, the Lord will lead them forth with the workers of iniquity. Peace be upon Israel. Well, I am a wall with battlements, and my breasts are like the towers of it. Then was I in the king's eyes as one to be respected and to be allowed to find peace. Behold, it was for my peace that I had intense bitterness, but you have loved back my life from the pit of corruption and nothingness, for you have cast all my sins behind your back. Then said Hezekiah to Isaiah, The word of the Lord which you have spoken is good. And he added, For there will be peace and faithfulness to his promises to us in my days. Thus says the Lord, I have for a long time held my peace, I have been still and restrained myself. Now I will cry out like a woman in travail, I will gasp and pant together. Oh, that you had hearkened to my commandments. Then your peace and prosperity would have been like a flowing river, and your righteousness the holiness and purity of the nation like the abundant waves of the sea. And all your spiritual children shall be disciples taught by the Lord and obedient to his will, and great shall be the peace and undisturbed composure of your children. For Zion's sake will I, Isaiah, not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest until her imputed righteousness and vindication go forth as brightness, and her salvation radiates as does a burning torch. I have set watchmen upon your walls, O Jerusalem, who will never hold their peace day or night, you who are his servants and by your prayers put the Lord in remembrance of his promises, keep not silence. Destroyers have come upon all the bare heights in the desert, for the sword of the Lord devours from one end of the land even to the other, no flesh has peace or can find the means to escape. But as for the prophet who on the contrary prophesies of peace, when that prophet's word comes to pass, only then will it be known that the Lord has truly sent him. Behold, in the future restored Jerusalem I will lay upon it health and healing, and I will cure them and will reveal to them the abundance of peace, prosperity, security, stability, and truth. I will make a covenant of peace with them, it shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will give blessings to them and multiply them and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. And he said, O man greatly beloved, fear not. Peace be to you. Be strong, yes, be strong. And when he had spoken to me, I was strengthened and said, Let my Lord speak, for you have strengthened me. Before him the overwhelming forces of invading armies shall be broken and utterly swept away, yes, and a prince of the covenant with those who were at peace with him also shall be broken and swept away. Though you offer me your burnt offerings and your cereal offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I look upon the peace or thank offerings of your fat beasts. Thus says the Lord, concerning the false prophets who make my people err, when they have anything good to bite with their teeth they cry, peace, and whoever gives them nothing to chew, against him they declare a sanctified war.